Hey people, it is Friday, March the 14th. The time is 4:14 in the afternoon. It's a pleasant 13 degrees Celsius, but feeling a bit colder with a slight wind chill that's still persisting. And I'm at the corner of Yonge and Front, just crossing Front Street. And we're going to be heading west past Union Station, and I think I'll also walk past the convention center to check out what there is to see for Toronto Comicon, which is getting underway this weekend. But there's something at Union Station that I am definitely going to check out. Apparently they've finally started replacing those ugly concrete jersey barriers that were just haphazardly placed around the perimeter of the station after the 2018 van attack up in North York. So as a preventative measure after that van attack, which was obviously used with a vehicle to mow down innocent pedestrians in order to prevent something else similar from happening around Union Station, which is one of the busiest hubs in the city, they just placed a series of concrete barriers around the station, which are quite ugly. But that was just described as being a temporary measure until they installed some permanent and much more aesthetically pleasing barriers around the station. So as I mentioned, that was way back in 2018, and it's only just now that they've finally started replacing those concrete jersey barriers with something supposedly more aesthetically pleasing. So I believe some of those new ones are in place now. And from what I've heard, some people are not very impressed with this permanent solution that the city has apparently settled on. So I haven't seen these in person yet. I have seen a couple of photographs, and I have to say I was also quite disappointed with what I saw. Maybe they look better in person. So I guess we'll take a look and you can be the judge of that, although you'll be seeing them on video and not in person. And maybe I will decide whether or not they look a bit better in person. So we're at Bay Street, and rush hour is underway. So there, you can see some of the original barriers that were placed around the station. It's only recently that they started painting them colors. They were just the basic concrete color for all this time until about a year ago when someone decided, let's add some color to these ugly things. So that's how they presently look, and they're just sort of randomly placed around in a way that's meant to allow people to pass through, but not vehicles. And they're ugly as sin. After all the years of renos at Union Station and the streetscaping along Front Street, which is all done to improve the public realm, these concrete barriers sort of seem to almost detract from all that work to make this area a bit more beautiful. So you can see how they are here. I mean, obviously these work, but in other cities you might have seen much more visually appealing barriers that were often retractable steel bollards that would rise up and down along the sidewalk or curb, or even if they were permanent barriers, they were often in the form of planters with flowers and things like that. This is about the cheapest and ugliest way to do it, in my opinion, even with the added color. And I think the new ones that were just unveiled are over on the York Street side of Union Station. And keep in mind, these were years in the making. Years of solutions, seeing what other cities have done. And I've seen photos of what other cities have done that are quite attractive. Not all though, some are rather unimaginative and cheap looking also, even in some major world cities. So it's not just a strictly Toronto thing to maybe opt for the cheapest, most basic solution. It tends to happen all over the place. Just walking past the Royal York Hotel. So these kind of just being used as little advertisements for where you find your taxis and things. So now here's some metal ones. Now these aren't new, these have been here as long as I can remember. Obviously these aren't the best way to prevent vehicles from entering the sidewalk area here. You would need something a bit wider and sturdier than that. Unless they're placed very closely together. But you can see all the nice streetscaping they did here on Front Street with the interlocking brick and some nice planters in the median there. Even those would look a lot better if they were used as barriers over on this side. Just some very heavy planters with some nice flowers. But did they decide to do that? Oh no. Oh, looks like we're seeing some Comicon attendees here. I'm going to make my way over there after I reveal these new barriers up ahead. And this is where the work has been ongoing here. Pedestrian Protection Project.
So I said text Mel Veronica.
Got lots of more Comicon people. Still looking at the ugly Jersey barriers. All right, we're coming upon the first of the new barriers, and here they are. That's what they have decided on here. That's it, just basically ugly, plain-looking concrete boxes, or whatever it is they're made out of. I guess they do look better than that. But what's with the weird yellow color? And I assume these are going to be spaced evenly all along the sidewalk, all the way back over to Bay Street. Or I'm not sure exactly what arrangement they're going to go for here. But I was like, really? Are you kidding? Is this really what all those years of planning has come up with? What a major disappointment. See, we have some more over here. One positive thing I can say is you can sit on them. It can be used as a place to take a break if you want to sit down for a bit. See one being put to use right now. Got the old and the new. I wonder if these will remain this yellowish tint forever. That one's a bit longer over there. Not impressed. Not impressed. But I guess that's it for the Union Station part of the walk, with a little bit of ranting to go along with it. I'm going to head further west along Front Street. We'll check out the action around Comicon at the convention center. Busy, busy, busy. I think Comicon is the second biggest comic book convention of the year. The biggest one is Fan Expo. That's in late summer. Although Comicon is run by Fan Expo. I think the Comicon only takes up one of the convention center buildings, whereas Comicon takes up the entire convention center. Guy was hawking some comic books. So I'm not going to go inside. I looked into getting a media pass, but apparently I looked too late. They're no longer up for offer by the time I thought of checking out that possibility. Maybe for Fan Expo, I'll do it a bit sooner. I find the nature of these conventions has really changed in recent years. They used to be much more centered on superheroes and science fiction. Now it seems like anime has completely taken over.
I love milk. She really.
Crossing Simcoe Street.
some of my American friends.
This draws a lot of people from all over. Tons of people come in from faraway cities across Canada and the US.
That's why I walk with the Cyberpunk. I was gonna put a Cyberpunk on.
Yeah.
I didn't take off
Well, quite a few cosplayers already.
Anyways, what was I saying?
The last time I attended one of these things was over 10 years ago. And I was always just a casual fan. I never really went all out and dressed up or anything like that. My interest was science fiction mostly. As I mentioned, that doesn't seem to be much of a focus in recent years. I never really got into anime or manga or anything like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
There's an eatery right here.
Yo! John! Yo!
Thanks for bursting my eardrum, dude. No entrance, exit only. This is where we'll see people emerge. I don't know if I can just walk into this lobby area and look around. People taking a break over there. That costume looks warm as hell.
Yeah, I told her you will.
Mask. It's like that doesn't look like spacey. It looks like.
Prop check. Maybe I can just walk into this inner lobby here. I don't think I can go any further than this. I see tons of people. I think Fan Expo 2011 or 2012 was the last Fan Expo I went to, and Comicon 2011 I think was the last Comicon I went to. I might have been able to get past those entryways maybe without anyone saying anything, but I didn't really want to go in all that bad.
Can I help you? Yeah, like that.
That's true, actually. I never really cared for ray tracing, which is why.
Looks like we have traffic congestion here on Front Street. Maybe I'll take us up by the CN Tower. There's a look up John Street. Up the ramp. And there's the tower. It'll be interesting to see what the tourist season is like this year. With everything that's going on right now with the US and Canada. I wonder if American tourists will be more inclined to pay a visit to Canada or less. Also, the American dollar has a very favorable exchange rate with the Canadian dollar right now. I know that this upcoming tourist season in the US will certainly feel the impact of far less Canadians visiting that country. Some GO train action. There's usually always a few costume characters hanging out over here. There's another entrance to the convention center from Bremner Boulevard, which is usually busy during Fan Expo. I'm not sure about during Comicon though. As I mentioned, it doesn't take up the whole convention center, whereas Fan Expo does. This is the visitor pavilion at the base of the tower, and we have the aquarium just right beside it over there. Got some music here I'll just talk over as I walk through the pavilion area. We got the Sky Dome right here. I think last time I recorded through here or live stream was during the Taylor Swift concerts. What a time that was. Seems like almost like another era now, even though that was just last fall. Different times. Doesn't take very long for the world to change in ways you could never predict. There's the aquarium. It looks fairly busy right now. This is a nice warm weekend. I think Saturday and Sunday will also be very mild, but rain is expected. And also the Santa Claus parade takes place this weekend on Sunday. The tower. I have done some videos from up in the CN Tower, and as well as a live stream or two.
Have a good day, guys. Oh, hello. How are you? Real good. Good to see you.
The web slinger. That's just not a Comicon thing. He's here all the time. He's a regular. All year round. Toronto Spider-Man is his official name. There's another year-round Spider-Man in the city that I don't see too much these days. So there are a couple of competing Spider-Men in Toronto. I think the other one is called Peter Parkour, because he likes to climb and jump all over things. So maybe I'll just walk us through the park over here, Olympic Park, and go back up to Front Street. A Beaver Tails outlet there. It's a Canadian delicacy. So here's the other side of the convention center. This is the South Building. I don't think the South Building is being used for Comicon. Although I do see some people up there who look like they're in costumes. And this is the South Core neighborhood. Yeah. Not much going on here at Olympic Park. I do see a couple of costume characters hanging out, but during Fan Expo, this is a popular gathering spot for the cosplayers. Of course, that's in summer when everything is green and lush, and the weather is a heck of a lot warmer than it is right now. These overhead walkways are part of the path system. All right, we went over the railway corridor and now we're going under it. Probably see a few more cosplayers once we get up by Front Street again, or even here underneath the rail corridor. She was either a punk rocker or someone dressed up as a punk rocker, or some other character I'm not aware of.
It might be full.
Here's that person I saw sitting down a while ago. At least it's cool enough today to not completely die from heat exhaustion inside that costume.
Dressed in like robot.
And back to Front Street. Hey, I see Jean-Luc Picard.
I spent most of my
Engage. At least there's still some of the old school cosplayers around. And now back to the front of the convention center. Just one last look at some of the action here. Lots of elf ears, I notice. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you, man? How are you?
Good. I was just wrapping up. I did a live stream.
Oh, you did a live stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Comicon, yeah.
Yeah, I just did a walk around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pan was there. Jerry, Liam was inside. So we're all together as well.
Excellent.
Because I split up because I didn't tell them I was leaving, so I just kind of split up. So I'm going home right now.
Yeah. So how was it? Was it good?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good. I heard tomorrow's gonna be packed, so.
Yeah, tomorrow's the big day, eh? Yeah.
That's what we did the Friday.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought of getting one of those media passes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I waited too long and then I couldn't get one, so oh well.
Oh yeah. I got mine I think like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I probably should have done it back then. But I just usually do a walk around and check out the cosplayers, and I figured that's what I'll do again,
Nice. All right, man.
Yeah, it was good running into you.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'll run into the other guys.
Yeah, hopefully if you see any there's some nice costumes in there as well.
Yeah, I spotted quite a few, yeah.
You can check out my live when because I did the two of them.
It's going to be up, it's up right now probably, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll check it out.
All right, man.
All right, cool, man.
Cool, man.
All right,
Yeah,
later.
stay warm, man.
You too. That was Toronto Walker, another local walktuber, live streamer. More rambunctious yellers around here. Actually, that wasn't the same furry costume. That person is still sitting there. There's more than one big furry costume character walking around, I guess. But I think that about does it. I don't think I'm going to do another loop, so I'll wrap things up here. So I hope you enjoyed the Friday afternoon walk. We started walking by Union Station to check out those horrible new barriers that are being installed around the station. I'm not impressed with those. Let me know your thoughts on that matter. And then we continued along Front Street to check out all the costumed characters here at Toronto Comicon. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. If you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store, or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.